Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl Sunshine Monet L. Today is 888. Happy Lionsgate. This is the peak of the alignment of Sirius, Orion, the Sun, and Earth, all in alignment today, with the Earth being down here in Capricorn, Aquarius, and the Sun and Leo, Cancer energy, and Sirius and Orion all up in between. This is the alignment with the pyramids all over the globe as we know it, and we love it here. This is the day of manifestation, manifesting what it is that you want into your space and time, and get ready for the building and destruction for all those things that you choose to manifest in your space. We love it here, and we give thanks in the season of flooding. This is the season of Aket, where as Sirius starts to move further and further away from the sun, we're going to move more and more into the flooding energy of the Nile, the Mississippi River, and all those other great rivers that we have across our globe. As we know, it begin to flood, and we begin to experience the storm of the 8, that Oya energy. Also, today is the day of 8. Today is the day of building and destruction, transformation, rebirth, empowerment, enforcement of the things that we wish to have in our space. Today is the day of the solar plexus chakra. We are enforcing what we wish to have in alignment with our Mayat, wherever that may be. Ashe. This is the day of Oya, the day of the storms. Oya rules over the elders, the witches, and the marketplace. So remember, building and destruction in those areas are essential. Oya also rules over occultism, while Pluto sits in Aquarius and Capricorn, bringing the transformations to our root chakra, our social awareness, justice, electronic communication, and our revolutionary energy in our root chakra, as well as what we build in our infrastructure and the challenges that we have in our space to create the transformations that we deserve. And so a lot of our manifestation and meditation, we have to be aware, is going to occur in our root chakra first. A lot of things that you guys have been holding near and dear, how you have been rooting yourself downward and upward within, are going to get some uprooting in your space of belief and knowledge, your space of what relationships and titles are entitled to, especially the ones that you hold on yourself, and the people you give your authority away to, because the authority should be you if you haven't already done so yet. And so we are in a day of 8. We're going to move that into the month of 8 of more enforcement, transformation, death, and rebirth. And we're going to bring that to a 1 and 6, knowledge and equality, knowledge, that cardinal energy, that is that Aries 1, that fire, that gut that controls the mind, and everything starts with the thought. That solar plexus chakra, it's our sun, and the soul is what moves initially, right? Because light moves way faster than the physical realm, right? So we have that 1 and that Ogun energy, and we're going to put it with that 6, that is our health, wealth, daily routine, our moral and integral code, our ritualistic self, our throat chakra space. We are dealing with that Mercurian energy of intellect, what we teach, what we learn, what we listen to, and what we speak on. Ashe. We're going to bring that to a 7. That's bringing us to the 7th house of the Libra scale. 7 is the number of God. Making sure what's going on in your internal self is what we're being reflected on the external self, and not the other way around. It shouldn't be the outside world reflecting within. It should be the inside world reflecting without. Why? Because everything starts with the gut. Everything starts with the light. Everything starts with the thought. Everything starts with your vibration and frequency. And then the physical comes thereafter, right? That is the proper order of operations here. Okay, start within the parentheses, not outside of the parentheses, right? That's even PEMDAS. Even math is in alignment with inward going outward instead of outward going inward. Ashe, ashe. Okay, unless you're foiling, that's a whole different thing. Anyway, well, we start with the parentheses, y'all. Start with the parentheses. So, yes. We're starting inward, outward. We're in that 7. So that 7 is coming into the year of 8. This is the year of the wood dragon. We're still building and transforming. We're still enforcing where we are in our Mayat. We're still in our solar plexus chakra. We ain't stopping today. Today is about the high highs and low lows and being that homeostasis in the middle, says that wood dragon. This is where your riches and your luck and your generosity come from, right? We are the year of the nickel, being a leader in the alchemist year. So that 7 and 8 come together, and that makes 15. 1 and 5 still coming into that space of knowledge and intellect. That cardinal energy, Aries, is on the forefront today. Pay attention to your Aries placement, especially as Mars is in alignment with Jupiter and Taurus energy at this moment. Really aligning with your heart chakra and your frequency and where that is at. Your heart is what matters. Your priorities, your sense of self-wealth, your love, the different levels of love, familial, friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood, romantic, community, universal, godly, unconditional, all of those levels of love is on the forefront today, and we really making moves with it, right? We got that 1 and 5. 5 is that fifth house, that tippereth, that heart that be on fire. That's Leo energy. That's that creative, romantic self. That is that love energy. That's that inner child. That 1 and 5 come together and make 6. Today is a day of focusing on your Mercurial flow. Focus on that throat chakra. What you're teaching, what you're speaking on, what you're manifesting, what you're invoking. This is the Alegwa day. This is the day of manifesting. This is the day of harvesting. Remember, you don't reap what you sow on the day that you sow it, but today is the day of sowing. Be intentional what it is of what you wish to have in your space, what you wish to harvest. We are pre-gaming, and we give thanks to Mercury for slowing down for us, so that we can have an opportunity to rehash some of the things in our health, wealth, daily routine, and our moral and integral code, and what we're learning and speaking on, so that we can go back forward in these degrees for a third time. 3, the number of creation. We get to go through these degrees for a third time. 3, the number of creation. We get to go through these degrees for the third time. 3, the number of creation, especially when we enter that eclipse energy, especially when we enter under that equinox and that harvest moon. We'll be doing this for the third time. Ashe, this is the day of sowing the seeds that you wish to reap. And we move in gratitude for the opportunity to do that, to take it lightly, be very intentional, be very specific, be very detailed, and say it with 10 toes down, your whole heart forward. Solar plexus on the forefront, your throat chakra, not shaky, sturdy. We like sturdy over here in the earth. All right. So let's talk about what's astrologically, astronomically going on. 12% waxing crescent moon, moon rising at 9:56 a.m. and setting at 10:03 p.m. We are in Virgo. Virgo on the tropical, the sidereal, and constellation in the 5th house ruled by Virgo. Today is the day of invocation and manifestation and harvesting. The moon is in alignment with what we're trying to do in these 8s. Did you know that Mercury rules over the 8th sphere of sebek? That's the classical technicians. That is the space of labeling. Now, in the Metunetter Volume 1, we say that is where man's ill lie. We get so consumed with separatism and classification that we forget that all is one. Now come back into that one. Don't forget that whatever it is that you're manifesting, you're classifying, you're being specific with, is supposed to come back into the unity of the collective. So don't be too selfish in what you're manifesting, because you might be becoming your own resistance with the universe, and that's not what we're trying to do. Sunrise at 6:05 a.m. and setting at 8:04 p.m. The AM visibility of Cancer begins, starting the day off with our intuitive energy speaking. Evening visibility of Venus begins, starting to see that bright white blue speck in the sky. The moon is on descending node, so we'll see the moon starting to become closer and closer, especially as we enter that full supermoon energy that's coming up for us. And that happens at 9:01 p.m. tonight. The moon is the furthest distance to the earth at 9:10 p.m., which we call apogee, astronomically speaking. The evening visibility of Juno begins. Juno is what you need in a relationship, in a bond, in a contract, in order to want to stay in it, to be obsessed with it, the way Hera was obsessed with Zeus. She was willing to do any and everything but leave that man. So what are you willing to do any and everything for but leave that dream, that goal, that bond, that contract, that relationship? Those are the ones that you should be sticking on. That's where your passion really lies. Moon and Parima are in conjunction at 4:45 a.m. The moon is 3.9 degrees south. Minimal angle at 2:36 a.m. The moon is 3.6 degrees south southwest. Observe at 9:56 p.m. with a 4.4 degree west southwest separation. Parima is that start of prophecy, right? So what are you prophesizing? What do you foresee? You know, that's the energy that we're feeling all in this space and place. Flow with it. Manifest with it. Materialize with it. Remember, you don't reap what you sow today, but you will. So be very intentional what it is that you speak into your space. And remember, there's a lot of building and destruction that has to occur in order for you to receive it. So there's certain things in your space that you've been holding on to that's not here for the long haul, for what you're manifesting. So open your hands and trust the universe to let those shits go, because no two things can stay in the same place at the same time. And some of those things that's staying in your place can't stay in those places when what you manifested is trying to come into that place, right? The evening visibility of Pisces occurs. Today is a very intuitive spiritual space today, as we come into these stars and these constellations come into our space to give us that intuitive energy that we need. Ground yourself today, breathe, be in alignment with spirit, and be mindful of the conversations, the people, places, things, and interactions that you interact with today. All is in alignment for what you sow. Happy reaping, y'all, when it's time to do so. I love this for all of us. I love you so much, my Cosmic Nobodies. Peace, peace, y'all.